So Sydney Sweeney isn't. Sydney Sweeney is said to not be attractive in any way, shape, or form. Apparently, Sydney Sweeney also cannot act. I mean, she can act. She's not great, but she can definitely act. But Sydney Sweeney's not attractive, says a near 81-year-old woman who looks like a potato.
Oh.
So this kind of came out of nowhere. The weirdest thing. This was yesterday. I don't get this. I don't get this at all. Apparently the page is completely shit the bed as well now. Good times. For goodness sake. This happened before. When it all went. Here we go. Right, we're back. So Sydney Sweeney, basically, she's clapped back to the response. But what happened is an 81-year-old called Carol Baum claimed that Sydney Sweeney is not pretty, cannot act. Carol Baum, someone you probably don't know, obviously. Like, she didn't really do too much. She's just a producer. She's Dead Ringers, Father of the Bride, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Sure, fine things, but she's not exactly prolific, is she? Let's be honest here. And so she made again another picture. She's not attractive remotely, like not at all, So she made headlines last week when she said at an event in Pleasantville, New York, "There's an actress who everybody loves now, Sydney Sweeney. I don't get Sydney Sweeney. I was watching on the plane Sydney Sweeney's movie, Anyone But You, because I wanted to watch it. I want to know who she is and why everybody's talking about her. I watched this unwatchable movie. Sorry to people who love this romantic comedy where they hate each other." That's the comedy part, yeah. I said to my class, this was to a class, "Explain this girl to me. She's not pretty. She can't act. Why is she so hot?" Well, men could tell you that. Yeah. Nobody had an answer. But then the question was asked, well, if you could get your movie made because she was in it, would you do it? It's a very hard question to answer because we all want to get the movie made, and who walks away from a green light? Nobody, I know. Your job is to get the movie made. Thoughts on those comments?
I mean, the last part there, I mean, she's not wrong. I mean, everybody wants to get their movie made. I mean, whether they like who they have to put in it or not. But as far as the first part, man, this is a senile old woman who does not get it. And there was obviously, right there. There was obviously no real men in that class who didn't have she couldn't get an answer. Like, I wish I would have been in that class. I would have jumped up in front of the whole class and explained it. And would have pulled this picture up.
I'm looking at this going, I'm sorry, what now? Yeah. And she can't.
She's not attractive, mate. What are you talking about? She's not hot. She's not pretty.
She's super hot. And as far as her acting, like, I mean, that's subjective.
I'll be right back.
Some people will be like, "Oh, this person can't act," when they can act, and other people are like, "Oh, they can't act," when other people think that they're fine. So, I mean, that's kind of a subjective statement. But the hotness thing, I mean, I guess that could be subjective as well. But
no, she's objectively pretty. Like, there is an objective beauty standard which she can be applied.
I agree, but obviously she don't think so, and she don't see that.
Well, she looks like a mole.
Yeah,
that is,
true.
Been exposed to the sun.
She looks like a first grade teacher. She does. Like, I mean, Sydney, though, on the other hand, has that classic bombshell blonde kind of thing about her that we haven't had in a while. So I don't see why there's a problem with it, other than women gonna women. No one hates pretty women more than other women.
Yep. It's like over 50% of misogyny comes from other women.
Well, and that's really strange. Here's the cool thing. When Sydney, and by the way, this is the worst possible image you could put together of Sydney Sweeney, and she still looks miles better than this bitch that's calling her out. Sorry. But I'll say this. If you saw her response from her team today,
we're going to get to it now.
Yeah, I was very impressed with it.
So this is how classy Sydney Sweeney replied. "How sad that a woman in the position to share her expertise and experience chooses instead to attack another woman. If that's what she's learned in her decades in the industry and feels is appropriate to teach her students, That's shameful to unjustly disparage a fellow film producer, a fellow female producer, speaks volumes about Mrs. Baum's character. And then co-producer on Immaculate chimed in, defended Sydney. He says, I'll enlighten Ms. Baum that 2-time Emmy nominee Sydney Sweeney is not only one of the most talented actresses, she's not, I've worked with, but also incredibly smart, kind, and humble. I mean, she does seem pretty humble, so yeah. I'm not sure why somebody who claims to still be a producer would make such terribly ugly comments. And then Ms. Baum did also chime into TMZ. It was like, yeah, I regret my comments, actually. So
yeah, no kidding. Yeah. The backlash on this is kicking her in the sack.
Well, not only that, what Saddled Milk here doesn't realize is that, or Curdled Milk, or whatever you want to call it. She doesn't realize here is that nobody is sitting here claiming that Sydney Sweeney is some Oscar caliber actress.
Yeah.
Not even Sydney herself. She knows she's fun. She knows exactly where she stands in the status of this whole thing, right? She's having a good time, but she's having the time of her life right now. She is the talk of the town, and it's not in a bad way. She naturally has become a star, which is something we haven't had in a long time, where somebody naturally just is embraced by the public. Like the closest I can think of is, well, Timothée Chalamet's quickly becoming popular with the younger crowd, but Chris Pratt's the last time I can think of an actor where most people were just like, yeah, I like him. You know, like, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of it, but I wouldn't even consider him a movie star, right? I mean, he's a big star, but I don't know if he could sell a movie yet. We have to see if that happens, but I mean, we haven't had any big movie stars in a while, and somebody like her who actually gets attention, good. It's a good thing for the industry. I don't know why people are shitting on it.
Yeah,
I agree.
It just reeks of jealousy, bitter comments from an elderly woman who is a has-been, unfortunately. Yeah.
I'm curious if she's even got a man.
She's Ms. She's Ms. Baum.
Oh, okay. So no.
Probably not. One would say probably not. Sad times. And
I'm willing to bet she owns several cats, though.
Probably
does. I'm pretty certain that Anyone But You did all right at the box office, didn't it? Like it had relatively good box office feedback, good reports, good reviews and things like that. People relatively enjoyed that film. So, but I don't see a comment. What is distinctly lacking from her commentary? Because she watched the film to gauge who this person is. She's not commenting on the leading man, is she? So it's very firmly bitch fight territory where she's only commenting on the woman, which I think is quite sad.
Yeah, that Anyone But You brought in 218 million worldwide.
Yep.
Fucking hell. That's a lot of profit.
For that movie?
Certainly probably only, I was going to say, it probably cost what, $1.50 to make?
Yeah.
25 million.
Yeah. I mean, that cost more than the film she released, Immaculate, not that long ago. That was her own film that she produced.
But that was another one that did pretty well for her, didn't it? Culture.
Well, I mean, it's a horror film. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not quite 20 million yet global. I suspect they also sold it off to streamers and such as fodder. So,
yeah, I can believe that. Right, well, there you go. Anything else to add to this? I think we can. Oh, hold on. Actually, hold on. I've got
hold up.
Hey.
By the way, the Immaculate budget.
We must defend our queen, Sydney.
That's right, synth runner. That's right.
Well, yeah. I don't know this lady's name. I forgot already.
Miss Baum.
Carol Baum.
Nobody's forgetting Sydney Sweeney's name, though.
Exactly.
Nope.
That's right. Hello.
Man. Everybody in chat, screenshot that right now. There's your chance.
It's just all of us looking around it. Oh dear. Right, we will shuffle on from that. Good bit of fun. Fun.
I mean, I guess since we haven't had Grace news in a while, this is something I've been saving for Grace. But I guess we can give it to Miss
quite quiet.
Yeah, you are a little low, Tom.
Oh, I said this is something I've been sharing for Grace, but I guess we can play this for Miss Baum if you want.
Go.
She's crazy, she feels like she is like like a living bobblehead. She got so excited she almost fainted. Is it movie news, a review, or a leak? Or a leak? So what kind of dumb shit did Grace say this week?
What is this from?
He made it.
I made it. That's the
Why,
new Grace jingle.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Isn't that amazing? I got to create a whole new intro, like a whole nother new Grace clip.
We need to get some more dumb shit that Grace has been saying.
Yeah,
for God's sake.
yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Also, real quick as well, T Neil has super chat $20. So thank you so much. Salute to you. Although $6 of that has gone to YouTube, buddy. Please do send it via Streamlabs next. Says, by all accounts, Sydney seems to be fairly likable as a person, which also sets her apart. Add to that how attractive she is. Now compare that to douche nozzles that look like they've been hit by a bus 3 times. I mean, you are right. Yeah.
Wow.
You are completely right, my dude. Unequivocally so. Can't argue with that.